Got a 2002 Dodge Dakota, got the 4.7 in here. What's going on is the P0420 codes popping up. I think I cleared the code already because I thought I was recording, but I think I cleared it. No, it's still up there. Look at the freeze frame, which really ain't gonna tell me nothing. I'm gonna try to make this video quick as possible. Yeah, it says not supported, but I literally just looked at the freeze frame a little while ago. I think because I cleared the information. Anyway, what's going on? Oh, I didn't mean to go there. Let me look at the vehicle status. That'll tell me. I know I cleared it. No, I guess I thought I did. I probably got to turn the key off. Really quick though, we're gonna put an extension in here. What's going on is the sensor 2 catalyst sensor is oscillating. It's not stagnant. It's not flatlining, and it's basically having the same reading as the sensor 1. I'm not going to go through the whole diagnosing phase of it, but I've looked at it previously and determined that the catalytic converter is defective. There's no exhaust leaks because it's not flat. It's not lean. It's basically oscillating the same as the upstream O2 sensor. Here's the voltage. Let me get that. Here's the voltage for that. So here it is right here. Got bank 2. See if I can overlap those. Merge graphs. So this is what we got. Both of them are functioning the same. This one should be bank 2. Yep, this is sensor 2. Sorry. So what we're going to try to achieve is to get this blue line here to flatline instead of oscillating. Now you can see it going from 100 millivolts up to 900 millivolts. Again, doing the same as the upstream. The sensor's fine. I've, like I said, diagnosed for. I can richen it. It'll richen. It's not no exhaust leak. So we're going to do the old method of putting an extension in it, looking at this graph and comparing it to the old, which is what we're currently looking at. And here we go. So we're going to compare it to this once we get this knocked out. And what you want to see is just a flat line. It needs to slowly and gradually change instead of doing this whole oscillation thing. So let me get down there and get this bong drilled out. Not the bong, I'm gonna get the extension drilled out. One important thing I forgot to mention, I don't want it to oscillate while I'm accelerating. So I got it sitting at 1500 RPM right now. Let me pull up that PID also. So here's the RPM, and there's the graph for the sensor 2. So I think one extension may suffice. I just wanted to stay suspended around 450 millivolts. Not oscillate as it's doing. So yeah, hopefully putting these extensions in here will smooth it out. Normally it would. So let me get to that and we'll compare the information. Done. I had to I tried using the 9/16 drill bit to drill it out so I can get the sensor and the sensor head to fit inside there, but unfortunately let's see, this is what happened. No, either it's gonna start pushing out or it just broke all completely, and that's where you see the threads just kind of, it will completely came off. So the one that completely came off, I welded it on the back of here Now I can get the sensor to screw in. Once I find out where I put it. It's got these Bosch sensors here. So yeah, they knew what they were doing when they made them. Alright, let me get this screwed in and get everything looked at on the scan tool. Hey, well, ain't that bright, but I was chasing the wrong sensor the whole time. I just had a regular old traditional setup, not the wideband looking one. But I don't know, I got so used to manifolds being on the exhaust system, the catalytic converters being on the exhaust system. Now I just went to that one. But yeah, got the right one out. I'm gonna go ahead and put my extension in there. Regardless, I needed some larger bits anyway for my drill press, so yeah, it's cool. And I need some gloves, so it worked out. But I'm gonna get this installed and get this put back up. So I got everything hooked back up. This is currently the sensor 2, and here's 1. It hasn't started oscillating yet. I don't know if it's because I cleaned it with brake cleaner. It hasn't burnt all that off yet. The car's in closed loop. Once it reaches 170, 180, then it'll start doing a lot better. It just haven't reached normal temperature yet. I think the same for the downstream because I cleaned it with brake cleaner. So it's not lean, so there's no leaks where I welded or anything. The only other thing is, I know I said I was going to mention some like tips or whatever for trying to do a drive cycle, but this car doesn't require that, so I'd rather show you better than I can tell you. But the only thing with this truck, from what the code setting criteria states, is that the oscillation shouldn't be more than 70% of the upstream. So I'm not going to say it's fixed now, but honestly, it's not. This is not the newest truck. It's not a 2010 or 12 or anything, so it's not as fragile. But I mean, from what the code setting criteria states, 70% oscillation from the bank 2, as long as it's not above that or exceeds that, then it's not going to trigger a code for the catalyst below efficiency. So right now, the car does have to be over 140 degrees, and there was some information about the coolant temperature sensor need to be or map sensor having to be a certain number. I'm not gonna worry about that. The car would normally go through its codes, through its monitoring phase while driving it. So we got starting. No, it's not starting to oscillate. It's doing a little something, but it's nothing significant. I'm gonna go ahead and start driving it, and once it warm up, then I'll know. Let me go back to vehicle status, and so we got 4 monitors that are incomplete since I cleared it. I am readiness. Catalyst monitors incomplete. I know it has an evap leak. I'm not gonna worry about that. He didn't want that fixed. He just wanted to get it to pass inspection and didn't want to buy a cat. So, all right. Well, let's try to knock 2 of these monitors out. Let me drive and I'll update shortly. The thing I was doing, it was repairing this P0420 code. So the catalyst monitor is okay. I'm gonna continue to drive it, let it sit overnight, and then just take it to get inspected tomorrow. But this is fixed. We looked at the live data, compared both the bad cat monitoring sensor. We saw it was oscillating just as it was on the the first sensor. So that's taken care of. I'm just going to go back to the sensor voltage. I got those 2. Dang it, why did I do that? So let's pull up a graph. Let's see, I should be able to, let me go back. I merged the 2 graphs. So like right now, this is what I got. Even though it's oscillating, it's still not as rapid as the first sensor. And hell, it went through its test. Let me give it some more RPM. So yeah. So it's not switching as the first sensor is, like if I was cruising at highway speed. So I mean, this is what we got. It's a flat line. The code setting criteria said as long as it's not above 70% switching as the first sensor, everything was fine. So I mean, it passed. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and question if low is lean or if it's too rich or whatever, but it passed. I'm content with that. Did my job. I'm just going to drive it tomorrow, let the evap reset, even though I tried to trick the system, it didn't work. Put myself more behind than anything. But yeah, this is it. Peace and haggeries.